Howdy, folks. My name is Marble, and my pronouns are she, her.
Hi, my name is Ray, and my pronouns are he, him.
And I'm Mars, and my pronouns are they, them. And it's time to draw a card from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Pack in Marble's hands.
Tell me what you got.
I want to give backstory for this because I forgot that, honestly, I didn't forget. I thought about it a few times, but I never got pumped enough to open them. Until this episode. This episode just threw me through a loop, so I dug out this giant binder called the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading Card Legendary Collection that I got from a convention like a million years ago. And it's been in my closet for actually 7 years. And it has Obelisk the Tormentor, Sleefer the Sky Dragon, and the Winged Dragon of Ra just in the front of it. And you open it up, and it's got even more stuff. I almost did a cuss, but I didn't. So now I have a Red Eyes Black Dragon, a Dark Magician, and a Blue Eyes White Dragon. And
you have some of the most favorite monsters.
Yeah, so I'm about to open the first pack of cards of Yu-Gi-Oh! That I have ever opened in, actually legitimately, 15 years or more. Definitely more than 15, actually. I don't even know how to quantify it, but here we go, y'all. This is it. This is happening.
All right. This is a podcast where we watch anime also, by the way.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's fine.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
I got a Larvas.
Oh!
It's a green man, but he's just a torso and a head.
So you got a Weevil card.
That's a Weevil card.
That's a Weevil card for sure. Machine Conversion Factory.
Okay.
It's a spell card.
That sounds like a Tristan card to me.
A Tristan or a Keith card.
We don't talk about him.
Yeah.
A monster egg. Kind of scary.
That
Just an egg with eyeballs.
I think I had Monster Egg.
I don't know. I don't know Monster Egg.
I got a Lesser Dragon.
Okay.
I got a Final Flame.
Mm-hmm.
And the letters on it are really shiny.
Oh, nice.
I got a Remove Trap. It destroys a face-up trap card.
We've seen that a couple times, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the Furious Sea King.
Ooh.
That's a Mako card, at least.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I just got a shiny card. It's a Black Skull Dragon.
Ooh.
Aww. Water Amodix. She's pretty cute.
Can we talk about the episode now?
Yeah, let's talk about the episode before I open another pack of cards.
Yes, please.
Yeah, let's talk about the episode.
It didn't occur to me how much pack openings require us to be able to see the cards.
Yeah,
and not just me just reading out the words.
I mean, I'm genuinely excited for you, but our fans can't see the cards. I mean, they can look them up.
But they can feel my trembling fingers.
Yes.
Listen to them tremble. You hear that?
Well, yeah, now...
That's just me tapping my microphone.
They're trembling. Let's talk about this Yu-Gi-Oh!
Let's talk about the best episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! So far.
Yeah! I think that's a pretty fair way to describe them.
I mean, how did we feel about these episodes?
So good. I cried like 3 times.
Honestly.
I also cried at least 3 times.
I cried at least once. I'm a little bit more resilient, but yeah. No,
I teared up at least 3 times, and cried at least once.
Okay.
Okay, right. So this is the Mai Yugi duel.
This is the Mai Yugi duel. Yeah. I mean, we skipped the whole intro. But these episodes, it's called Dual Identity, otherwise known as Absolute End, Shadow of Seduction. I guess.
It's a weird name for it.
It's a weird name for it. There is a part of this episode that did force me onto the floor. Mm-hmm. We'll get to that.
We'll get there.
And then the second part in the original Japanese is the super legendary warrior Chaos Soldier Descends. I wish that the American titles had that kind of grab, you know, they don't quite grab me as much.
Have you ever seen Dragon Ball Z, Mars?
No, I don't watch anime.
So something funny about Dragon Ball Z is that the titles, the original titles in the Japanese version, literally say everything that happens in the episode. It's like a 2-sentence plot summary of everything that happens, and it doesn't matter if it's a major spoiler or not. They'll literally say if there's a character death in the episode, it's with a bunch of exclamation points after it.
It's like Goku races against time on Nimbus Cloud. Krillin dies by anti-disc. Goku screeches.
Yeah, literally, like, yeah, that's like,
now,
that's it.
See,
that's it.
I enjoy that because, like, if you're going into a backlog of episodes, it's nice to have like titles that you can know what happens. You know?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
sure.
You know, if you're trying to find a specific episode, you will know based on the title.
If you're looking for that episode where Vegeta dies, you'll find it.
You'll find probably the multiple episodes where that happens.
My favorite episodes of Dragon Ball Z in a row are Namek is exploding in 15 minutes. Namek is exploding in 14 minutes. Namek is exploding in 13 minutes. Namek is exploding in 12 minutes.
Wait.
Just that's each episode in a row.
Is that? I mean, I would believe anything,
it's like,
but is that real?
Half joke. It's like half joke, half true. Like, that's not the actual episode titles, but literally, like
Namek under destruction, Frieza becomes Ultra Instinct. That's not a.
There's
that's
an
later.
arc in Dragon Ball Z where Namek is about to explode, and it says, like, when it starts exploding, they're like, we have 20 minutes to get off the planet, and then, like, they spend the next, like, 18 episodes, like, just counting down the minutes, even though, like, a lot happens in each episode.
Yeah, they're detailing every minute and what characters are up to in that minute.
Yeah.
That's
why Dragon Ball Z fights take a long time to get to.
Hey, you know what? I think that kind of rules, conceptually.
It's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. I was hype about it when I watched it, like, a couple years ago.
Yeah.
This isn't a Dragon Ball Z podcast.
Unfortunately.
It is not a Dragon Ball Z podcast.
So Yu-Gi-Oh! Happens.
We haven't even gotten into the first sentence of what happens in this episode.
It's the final.
Yeah, Yugi oversleeps. He's a sleepy boy.
So it's the Duelist Kingdom Finals. We are finally getting to that point. It's My Valentine versus Yugimoto, and the next episode is Joey Wheeler versus the
trash bag.
The versus a human trash bag. And
it's weird that, like, they just stopped using his name and started calling him what he actually is.
That was
which
his
is a human
Christian
trash bag.
given name.
Yeah.
Trash bag.
His parents knew.
Yeah. I mean, his first name is Bandit. So, like...
Yikes.
They knew.
Yeah.
So, this episode, Yugi is asleep and wakes up and is still scared about the spirit of the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the major conflict, aside from the duel, in these two episodes.
Yeah, but especially in the first one of these episodes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, the resolution second episode, where they band together and destroy Mai and send her to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, they do send Mai to the Shadow Realm. It's a little bit of a brutal ending.
I'm just kidding. They send her to the Friendship Realm.
Mm-hmm.
So My Valentine and Yugimoto, they go to the dueling arena, the same one that Kaiba battled Pegasus on, and for some reason, and I don't know if I'm thinking of a different episode, but I thought this episode took place outside, but it doesn't. Anyway.
Are the rest of them going to be in, like, I mean, I guess maybe you don't know.
I don't remember.
I'm assuming the rest of them would be in this, like, arena area.
Probably. I don't remember.
Yeah, probably. I mean, that's probably why they can do so many good animations, is it's in the same room every time.
Yeah, they can just reuse all the backgrounds. Yeah, this episode had really exceptional animation.
Like, constantly. Like, they were just, like, every few scenes, they would just have something that was, like, fully realized and not just, like, stills of the monsters, like, going back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, it was sick.
Yeah.
It was sick.
There were, of course, a lot of moments of still images of characters with the camera just sort of zooms in while they're thinking.
Yeah.
But
we don't care about that.
I mean, it's anime.
That's anime, there's an actual logistical reason why that happens.
And a monetary one.
Yes, for sure.
I distinctly remember a shot of Pegasus where his hair was actually 3 feet tall.
Yeah. I didn't notice it at the time. Maybe I should... Hold on.
I absolutely lost my mind. It was definitely in episode 2, and it was a still frame. And I'm assuming that, like, it was just a little animation mistake, like budgetary, whatever.
For sure.
But it just tickled me so much. I think of Pegasus as a big clown man. He's not threatening to me. He's just a big clown man, and seeing him represented the way I feel about him made me very happy.
Well, yeah, because here's the truth of it, right? Is that, like, if any of the characters were just like, all right, well, I guess I'll deck you in the face, Pegasus, and we'll see how it goes. Like, I think it would go bad for Pegasus.
Don't do that! I'm too intimidating! Watch the eye! Watch the eye! Watch the eye! Oh no! Ow! Oh my gosh! Oh! That's Pegasus getting mugged.
If you punched him in the Millennium Eye, it would be bad for everyone, I think.
Oh yeah. I'm still ready for him to like get beat and then turn into this super timid, just like, I'm just a chill guy that wants to make friends.
And also he's like 17.
Well, yeah. When the spirit of the Millennium Eye leaves Pegasus's body, he will turn into a 17-year-old.
He loses 2 feet of height.
Yeah, he loses 2 feet of height. Yeah.
Here's what I think is gonna happen. Is Yugi's gonna lose? No. And and it'll be cordial, and then Pegasus gives him a pat on the back, and then Yugi does the same, and then the Millennium Eye pops out on accident, and that's how they defeat Pegasus.
It's like a monocle pop, but it's the whole eye.
It's like, I can't make the noise right now. Yeah, thank you.
So is the Millennium Eye just like an eye patch that is over his regular eye, or is it
I certainly hope so.
It's definitely deep in there.
Oh, I hate this, actually. Hey, let's talk about the episode, or at least just anything else.
Yeah, okay. Literally anything else.
What happens here?
Okay.
The duel?
Right.
Are we at the duel yet?
Yeah,
we're at the duel.
Mai's like, I'm not cheating.
Yeah, Mai's not cheating on this
waggles her
one.
Finger.
Yeah, she wasn't... Oh, yeah, she does this great wag of her finger. And she wasn't cheating on her last duel either.
But Yugi wasn't there.
Yugi wasn't there, right.
Not mentally, for sure.
Mai is a different person now. She's grown. And she's
at least 6 feet taller.
Yeah, she activated the Millennium... What did we say she
Millennium
had?
Spinal Column.
The Millennium Spinal Column.
Heels?
Oh, yeah, just her spine.
Okay, let's talk about anything else.
A lot of body horror in this episode.
Let's talk about anything else, please.
It was just immediately, I didn't say anything, but I think we all immediately pictured, a Resident Evil monster situation.
I imagined Toon Mai, and I hated it. Let's continue.
Now, let's move on.
So Mai is, wiping the floor with Yugi because Yugi's hesitation is stopping him from allowing Yami Yugi to, take the helm and, play the duel right. Mm-hmm. And as it turns out, Yugi, doesn't know what's in his deck. He doesn't know what's going on at all. He's like, I don't actually know how to play this game.
Yeah, I guess... I guess Yugi is, he's, as a duelist on his own, he's good in a schoolyard setting. Mm-hmm. But, he doesn't actually have the knowledge on his own to actually beat, to
a pro level player.
Right. He's just not at that level. But
that's what Yami Yugi's for.
But yeah.
I think schoolyard good is very generous because I was going to say he's the kid that was like, I think I just took all your life points.
I want to give Yugi a little bit more credit than that. He does understand cards and rules because when Joey and others are dueling, young Yugi does comment on the card.
So well, yeah,
that's
for sure.
He's spent a long time on the Duel Monsters website. Yeah, for sure.
There's no website. It's just the shop.
But you need the game sense. You need the high ground.
Mm-hmm. Yugi went on Gamer Facts and
finish the sentence.
He's been studying up on Duel Monsters, but he doesn't have that real world experience in the game.
He activates his Millennium Game Sense. That's basically just what Yami Yugi is.
That's Millennium High Ground.
Millennium Game Sense High Ground, and also he can brain shatter people.
Yeah. So basically,
and Millennium Pegasus is Millennium Sniper Shot No Scope.
Yeah, Millennium 360 No Scope. That's what the Millennium Eye does, and also stealing souls. But that's whatever.
Part of it. Anyway,
I definitely lost the plot at some point. So
Yugi doesn't know how to duel.
Yugi doesn't know how to duel, basically.
And is too scared to let Yami Yugi help him.
And it's so interesting, too, to, because, Yugi is inhabiting the body of Yami Yugi, I guess, because he's still tall Yugi, but he's speaking with his young Yugi voice. And because he's he just doesn't fully trust Yami Yugi to not kill anybody, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fair. I mean, considering what I have just learned offhandedly about Season 0, like, I get it.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Young Yugi keeps saying, I can't let the spirit take over, and Yamayugi's like, let me help you. And they don't have a conversation. It's just, let me help you. No!
Yeah.
No!
And that's it for most of the first episode, and he's easily distracted from the duel.
The first...
Mom said it's my turn to steer the vessel.
Oh, God.
So the first episode is just Mai completely wiping the floor with Yugi, not taking a single point of life point damage, activating all of these cards. She has Harpy's Lady and beefs her up with like Rose Whip and stuff. She has the Mirror Wall, which anytime that Yugi attacks, the monster's attack is halved.
Clownery.
Which is ridiculous. I was saying it while we were watching, but that card does still exist and is still a pain in the butt. It now requires life points to keep on the field, but it's still just it's a nightmare sometimes. Mai also, near the end, she has Harpy's Pet Dragon, which we'll get into in a second. Yeah, it's just it's a big dragon that gets more attack for each Harpy Lady on the field. Okay.
Yeah, it's really, really wild.
It's a cool looking card, too. And then...
Now, you did skip over a couple important cards.
Did I? I skipped over everything Yugi did, but everything Yugi does gets destroyed.
Yeah, you skipped over Feral Imp.
Oh, well, I mean, I did just say
so
that
did Mai.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, we have to give credit where it's due.
This is
Feral Imp appeared in this episode.
This is a Feral Imp episode. You are correct.
It's the episode was all about Feral Imp.
Yeah,
we're waiting for the day where Feral Imp gets its comeuppance and destroys.
I don't think Feral Imp has ever killed anything.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Is that I'm really waiting and excited for the episode where Feral Imp actually destroys a monster.
Yeah,
where it just it loses it.
So Harpy's Pet Dragon.
Yeah.
Gets more powerful. Yugi gets Dark Magician, but also gets destroyed because...
Oh, my Dark Magician!
Mai draws the card Shadow of Eyes.
Yeah.
And who wants to talk about Shadow of Eyes? I think Mars does.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, so here's the thing. Shadow of Eyes, she activates it. It's a card that means that Yugi's monsters... can't be in defense mode, is what we're told initially.
Yep.
Is that none of Yugi's monsters can switch into defense position or be summoned in defense position.
Yep. And so Dark Magician is set. Yeah, he sets Dark Magician in defense, and then Eyeshadow is used, and then Dark Magician decides to attack.
Yeah.
And then gets destroyed because of the Mirror Wall.
And all of this time, Mai is saying to Yugi, "Hey, bud, you ain't here. You're not giving it your all. This isn't going to be fun if you're not giving it your all. Like, I'm here giving you an honest, honorable duel. I would expect you to do the same and match my level, but you're not." And,
she's very sincere about it, too.
She's incredibly
which is great.
sincere.
She's not patronizing at all.
Everyone else thinks she is, but she's doing it in her own way. She's being kind in her own way, and it's beautiful.
Is this when she has the big, actual, for real emotional conversation? I mean, despite...
Yeah, I think so, because Season 2 was, Yugi's comeback.
Season 2.
The second episode we watched. I'm not sure where my brain is right now, but if I find it, I'll let you know.
Sounds good.
That's okay. So Joey is he's yelling and going wild and saying to Yug, she's just trying to get into your head, Yug. And at one point he falls off the banister.
Yeah, wow, he sure was into it, wasn't he?
Yep.
I mean, hey, Yug's friends go hard.
Yeah, he almost fell into the Mario bottomless pit.
Yeah, and then he would have been like,
and that's a game
noise.
Over.
And then
stop making Mario noises.
Yeah. That's all I am.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mario noises is a personality.
Hey! I'm Toad.
Yeah, you just hear a thwomp in the distance go.
Dear Mario, I baked a cake for you.
Oh look, all the Shy Guys are back.
Dear Mario, I feel like we don't hang out anymore.
Toad, get out of here!
Do you want to come play Super Smash Brothers with me?
Toad, I'm recording an episode!
Don't bring my work life into our hangout time.
Okay, we need to escape the Mario pit of death.
We could play Yu-Gi-Oh!
We're back. Hello.
What's Mario's deck?
Okay.
It's got a Bowser. It's got a Bowser. It's got all the Bowser. It's all Bowser.
It's all Bowser's down.
Oops, all Bowser.
There is
one black skull dragon.
There is a fortress, a floating fortress.
Yes.
And
Bowser lives there.
Yeah.
There
all
is
48 Bowsers.
Mm-hmm.
And a Luigi.
What? Luigi's just in there.
He's just there.
Actually, it's
He's
Time
not a card,
Wizard, but it's just Luigi.
Time Luigi. All right.
Time Luigi. It's me, Time Luigi.
It's nice of the princess to invite us over for a picnic. Hey, Time Luigi.
Hey, Time Luigi. Oh, Ray's soul leaving his body.
Okay.
We need to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Here's the thing. I can't believe, because all of us genuinely enjoyed these episodes so much, and yet we cannot bring ourselves to talk about them.
Okay, here's the thing.
So we made it to episode 2, and then Maya's like, "You're gonna die, Yugi."
And he's like, no, and has an introspective.
He does have an introspective.
Yeah.
He has an in-of-body experience.
Yes.
He insociates.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's talk about this Monsters Inc. door that's made out of a duel card.
Yeah. That's later. But yeah.
Isn't that now when he turns the beat around?
Not quite yet.
No.
Really?
No.
It's right before they draw the last card.
Yeah. So yes. So Yugi, throughout this duel he has said, like, yeah, I do need to concentrate, but like I don't trust this, other person in my head. And Yami Yugi is like, hey, like, yeah, okay, I messed up. Whatever. I promise from now on, I will do it your way. I will, not disobey your orders or whatever. Which is
he was only trying to help, and helping meant killing a man.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. And then Yugi, is like, all right, sure. It's fine.
But you have to promise not to kill anyone.
You have to promise not to kill anybody, okay?
All right, I guess I'll restrain
Fine.
myself if it means we get to be friends and I don't have to watch you lose to a girl. Yami Yugi's sexist now. That's the joke.
No!
No, take it back!
Say it ain't so! Say it ain't so!
Okay, it ain't so.
Okay,
they
good.
hug, and then they start dueling for real.
Yeah, and then Yami Yugi's voice comes out of the big body.
Yeah, and also 300 life points.
Yeah, Yugi's at 300 life points. Maya's at a full 2,000.
Yeah, not for long.
Not for long.
A single turn.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to talk about this.
Yeah, please.
In a single turn, Yugi draws Brain Control and activates it and takes control of Harpy's Pet Dragon because it lets you take control of an enemy monster for a turn.
Mm-hmm.
And Maya's all, oh, well, that's not going to do much because guess what? A dragon's not going to attack its master.
Yeah, even if it's mind controlled, it won't attack its what?
And we're like, okay. And Yugi's like, ha! And
then the episode ends.
Yeah.
Ha!
And then Yugi...
He does a ha so good that Mike gives up.
Yugi also sets Catapult Turtle.
I love this so much.
Beautiful
Incredible. So glad that Catapult Turtle is
Inspired.
And then launches Harpy's Pet Dragon into the mirror wall, destroying it, so now he can deal damage to Mai again.
Yeah.
And it also takes like half of the dragon's attack power and takes it out of Mai's life points.
Yeah.
So Mai is now down to 850 life points
Yeah.
in one turn.
In a blink of of an eye.
Yeah, blink and you miss it. Mai's on the ropes.
I just want to say I really love this strategy because it feels like just this beautiful modification of something we've seen before, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, they had this ridiculous bit early on in the show where he launches the turtle, thing out of the turtle, and it's weird and it's funny. But now it's like we see it return and it's like kind of hype. Like,
Yeah.
really, really hype.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, catapult turtle. It destroys fortresses and walls, apparently.
Yeah. So I guess we've never looked at the catapult turtle.
No, but that's what they say in the episode, is that it destroys fortresses and walls, which is exactly what it's done in the show so far.
It's also shaped like a friend.
It's also shaped like a reptilian friend.
It doesn't do that in the game, but whatever.
Forget about it.
It's consistent in the anime about what it does.
Mai is on the ropes, right? So she decides to use Elegant Egotist and turn up the bisexual lesbian power up to 300 and summons 3 harpy ladies in a really cool animation.
It's an incredibly cool animation, and
they did that for me.
And just
again,
I love seeing the harpy lady hairstyles.
They're so good.
Too.
Which one's your favorite hairstyle? There's normal hairstyle, kind of short bobbed hairstyle, and super short sleek.
I like I think it's the short sleek, the blue one.
Yeah.
I like the blue one.
It's pretty sick.
I like the blue one a lot too. Yeah.
I like the one that covers the eye.
And
I can say that because it's the same actress, my girlfriend, just green screen 3 times.
Yeah, for sure. It's like
that's actually the hairstyle she wears around the house.
Yeah,
it's so cute.
Now
this is where Mai begins to falter.
Where she begins to falter a little bit. So in the last turn, Yugi placed a card face down, and he's like, "Hey Mai, you should attack me. Hey Mai, attack me.
Do it."
And Mai's like, no. And she doesn't, because she's like, well, this is obvious. Yugi set a trap card, obviously.
And then Yugi goes, ha!
Yeah.
Again. And then the show ends again.
Yugi reveals that he was bluffing, and the card that he set face down was not a trap card, but in fact the monster recovery card, which returns Catapult Turtle to his deck and his hand to his deck and all of his cards to his deck. Completely new start. Gets 5 new cards.
And all of them suck.
All of them are bad. We've got Celtic Guardian, we've got Monster Reborn, we've got Griffor, Karibo, Mystical Elf. Okay.
One of these things is not like the other.
I mean, yeah, they make a point of that, don't they? Because this is the part that made me collapse onto the floor in just complete disbelief. The mystical elf gets summoned into defense position, and Mai is like, "Hey, I've got the Shadow of Eyes. You can't do that." And then Yugi is like, "Hey, you think so, huh? But the Shadow of Eyes only affects dudes." And the mystical elf is a female monster, and it's just like, okay, what?
I designed it that way using the Millennium sexism.
Yeah. So here's the thing about that. Hey, you wanna? Can I just say this to you right now?
Say this to me right now. I'm here with you, Mars.
On no text of the Shadow of Eyes card, on no text that I can find about the Shadow of Eyes card, does it actually say these words. It also, as far as I can tell, this effect of the Shadow of Eyes card only comes up in this episode.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
So, okay. This was...
But it doesn't work on girls!
Yeah, so this was, I guess, just the writers being like, well, heck, we
have to think of a reason for it not to work.
Yeah. And it's just like, but what if girl?
Hey, I got a question for you, writers. How do you classify Karibo?
Right, yeah. There's so many monsters that are just like, what is it? What random gender would you assign Blue Eyes White Dragon even?
If a monster transitioned, would it become vulnerable to it or invulnerable to it based on what gender they are? If you
please.
If you do a trans, do it not work anymore, no good. I lost the bit, but I knew I had to follow it up with something, so I guess it's that. You're welcome, crowd. I love you. You've been a beautiful audience tonight.
So yeah, they did a sexism here.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's so strange, and as far as I can tell, it never comes up again. But
Good.
Yeah, the mystical elf can't be affected by the Shadow of Ice card.
Listen,
because
I looked at Mystical Elf and I looked at Harpy Lady, and I'm like, they love each other.
Yeah, like
that was my first thought.
There's some
they do.
There's some obvious lesbianism going on here, and yet 4 kids are cowards.
Cowards.
Anyway,
let's continue.
Mai uses Monster Reborn, gets Harpy's pet dragon back from the graveyard on the field, and she's like...
Now it's super powerful, too.
Yeah, and she's like, hey, nerd, I'm gonna beat... I burped a little bit. I'm gonna beat your whole situation. I'm gonna cream you in, next turn, because I've got all of these cool, powerful, strong monsters.
And I'm gonna take your lunch money.
I'm gonna take your lunch money, Yugi.
And then also destroys Mystical Elf.
I'm gonna shove you in a locker, Yugi.
I'm gonna take your grandpa's soul again.
I'm gonna take
Pegasus'
soul.
When I beat Pegasus, I'm not gonna give you back your grandpa's soul. I'm just gonna take it and keep it for myself. Harsh.
And then the show ends.
And then Yugi goes, ha!
Dun, 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 dun,
yeah,
dun,
Yugi goes, ha!
Dun, dun,
Show
dun,
ends
dun,
the
dun,
third time.
Okay, so...
Jeez, okay,
now it's the door.
Now it's the door. We have another introspective.
This is cool because Yami Yugi loses faith.
Yes!
Yeah!
Like, he's like, I shouldn't be gambling with the lives of these people. I don't understand the forces at hand and blah blah blah. Like he's like conflicted. Like he's like out of it now.
Yeah.
He doesn't even trust himself to pull this last card.
And it's usually him giving Small Yugi the confidence to pull the card.
And then
it was a good flip.
And then little Yugi's like,
he puts his hand on Big Yugi's hand.
Yeah, and they're facing this big door.
We can do this.
They're facing this big door that represents the final card. Or not the final card, but represents the next card.
The next card.
Then all of their friends appear beside them.
Yeah.
And I just want to describe what happened when they zoomed in on Bakura's smiling face, because it was the most precious thing I have ever seen in my life, and I swear my heart just burst immediately.
It was very cute.
I don't even know. I just, like, here's the thing, like, Bakura, for the most part, after he exited the woods and started resuming life as a normal human being, like, I just, like, he's just kind of been there, but this just made me just like, oh my god, I love you. You're perfect. You're my son, and I would do anything for you. I love you so much, Bakura. I hope that there are no more demons inside of you, but my mind memory was erased, so I guess I'll never know.
That did happen last episode.
Yeah, and, Yugi and all of the friends, put their hands on the door handle together and open up the door, and Yugi draws Swords of Revealing Light, because of course he does.
Of course he needs to buy more time.
And then stalls the
this
game
is Yugi's
for
whole strategy.
3 turns.
This is Yugi's whole strategy in every game is, alright, hold on a second.
Hold on, let me get the right card.
Let me do my thing.
Okay, wait. Okay, second Swords of Revealing Light. Okay, no. Okay, I got 1 piece of Exodia, but I need 3 more. Can I borrow Swords of Revealing Light? Marble, can I borrow Swords of Revealing Light from you in my current duel?
What happens if both players in the game have 3 Swords of Revealing Light each, and they keep trading them back and forth? That's a duel you gotta take a break in between.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, you know what? I've got a question here. A legit, real question for you. And that's, is there a limit to how many times you can activate the heart of the cards in a duel?
I say no.
I say no as well.
I say you keep it going beginning to end. Usually they don't, because like stakes are pretty high and they lose sight of it, and they get it for the climax.
Yeah, because I mean,
like
in Kaiba's duel, he activated the heart of the cards like twice, maybe 3 times. Same in this duel. Yugi activates it twice. Well, little Yugi activates it once, and then big Yugi activates it once. But it's the same body, so I guess it still counts as the same action. And I guess I'm just wondering, like, if you believe it. And here's the other thing, right? Is when Yugi opens the door and all of the friend, like Pegasus feels that power.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, is there any reason why they're not just tapping into that every duel, every turn to get just the perfect streak going? Or
it's because you gotta be feeling it. You gotta learn a lesson.
Yeah.
You gotta learn a lesson. It's emotional labor. I hate this.
It takes 1 heart point to use the heart of the cards, and you can only have so many heart points per duel.
And if you use too many, your heart just stops.
Right.
So now you're saying the opposite of what you said at the start, which is that there is a definitive limit on how many times.
If you have enough heart points,
I just follow the bit wherever it takes.
Yeah, honestly.
Fair enough.
Narratively and thematically, it makes sense they only use it during climaxes,
of course,
but I don't see why not. Like, if the stakes are like high and like people are in the zone.
How high do the stakes have to be to just activate it every turn?
I don't know, world ending? I mean, that's already
so.
here.
Just like the world is seconds from blowing up unless you win this duel. Okay.
Namek is exploding
in 20 minutes. I'm glad we thought of the same thing, Ray.
Of course.
But so the way I'm thinking about it is that, like, you can activate it, though, even pre-climax, I think. Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if you got, like, heightened emotions at the beginning of the duel. I also like imagining a scenario where it's, like, family game night, and found family game night, and Yugi's just playing with his friends, and he's like, "My, this turn of Yahtzee will be your last," and then he shakes the dice, and then, like, you know, I like to imagine that scenario, so I think he can activate it.
So the heart of the cards is something that can be used in any game.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: it can be used in draw a card off the top of my deck, and if my number is higher than yours, I get to brain smash you.
Yeah, no, fair.
I just found a strain of diamond in Minecraft.
Well, I love that visual of, like, Yugi is playing Minecraft and he is down in the mines and he's just like, I'm not getting any diamonds, and, you know, maybe I can't do it. Maybe I can't do it. Maybe I can't find any diamonds. And then he's like, no, the power that I have with my friends, when I press click on this block, behind it, there will be diamonds behind it. I have to believe.
You see the silhouette of all of his friends' hands
on the mouse,
holding down the left click button.
Yep. And then they swipe.
And then behind that block is diamonds, sure enough.
The last loot box of the season. I have to open it.
I have
a legendary item. It's Hanzo's skin.
I have to draw the Lucio. I have to draw the Lucio victory pose that I really want.
I got it. Oh, Wave Racer Diva. That's the joke.
That's the joke,
everybody.
That's the joke.
That's it.
Hey, we did
He's
the joke.
He's playing video games, everybody.
Hey, Yugi plays video games. The joke.
Hey. I'd like to present you all with the Joke Award for doing the joke.
Yes.
I'd like to thank the Academy. Best in show is Toon Marble. Oh, I'm so honored! Hey, who is this? What the heck? Why not me? What did I do wrong?
Well, Toon Marble wins for all of the great Anvil jokes that she did.
I made like 30 of them. It was great. You should have been there. You started the episode without me. Anyways, that's the other joke.
Yeah.
Hey!
Other joke. Yeah.
Is Ray gone right now?
Yeah, he went to go check on the oven.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we keep that bit in the episode?
Yeah.
We don't have to. I don't remember if it's good or not because my memory lasts 0.3 seconds.
Yeah, no, I've already forgotten if it was good.
Let's finish this duel.
Let's finish it up. Let's get to the finish line. Mai now can't attack for 3 turns. It serves a revealing light. Yugi has summoned Karibo, and Mai's like, "Are you serious?"
And has the cutest chibi-esque animation.
Oh, it's great.
Her eyes are so big.
Yeah. Yugi then draws polymerization, and he's like, "This is useless. I can't do anything with it."
He has a plan. Did we talk about that?
He has a plan. Because here's the deal, right? The situation that he's in right now is Mai has a bunch of super baller monsters. They've all got really big attacks. So, like, he's got to get a big monster to match him. Mm-hmm. And the only monster that he has that will do it is the Blackluster Soldier, which he can summon using the Blackluster Ritual. Mm-hmm. So he's trying to draw back Blackluster Ritual, basically. He's stalling for time until he gets it.
Right.
He uses Monster Reborn to get Guy the Fierce Knight onto the field, and we didn't talk about Mai's very good joke.
Oh, you're right.
You see, secretly, it's because I forgot what it was.
I forgot what it was, too, until right at this very moment.
I used my Millennium short-term memory to forget what the joke was.
For sure. So, early on, I think in episode 1 or whatever, Yugi summons Guy the Fierce Knight, and it gets destroyed. And Mai says, "Looks like nice Gaia's finish last."
Oh yeah!
Oh,
Mai,
God.
you slay me.
Mai has everything you want in a woman.
Oh,
Mai
for sure.
slays me.
For sure. Mai is, honestly, I think she is probably the most, the character in the show that I would most want to hang out with.
Same.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
I want to go on a shopping spree with Mai.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And spend every single Millennium dollar we have.
Why is that?
Treat yourself.
Why is everything Millennium?
Because if
spend all your
everything
Millennium
is
dollars
Millennium, then nothing is Millennium.
At the Millennium Mall. You go to Millennium Forever 21 and buy some Millennium beanies or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to Millennium Hot Topic and buy some Millennium
God, can we
eyes.
go to Millennium Hot Topic?
Honestly?
Yes.
Yeah. So,
she makes a wonderful joke.
She makes a great joke, but that's in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Then we move to the future.
We're in the future now.
She already lost here.
Whoa, we gotta go back a little bit.
We gotta go back to the present a little bit.
Okay, whoa. Okay.
Alright, we're here. So,
So,
Swords of Revealing Light is the final turn.
Yeah.
She keeps passing her turn, and she's like, I just need this one card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she draws another Harpy Lady, and she's like, nice. If I summon this, then my pet dragon will get more attack points, and, even though I don't really need it, it'll be cool. And it'll be basically unbeatable. And then Yugi immediately draws Blackluster Ritual. And go ahead.
Oh, and has a very wonderful tribute animation with some
Yeah.
jars where Gaia the Fierce Knight and Karibo are soul-sucked into some jars, and then Yugi talks about darkness and light and chaos, and
And
then
a card rises up, and
it's the Blackluster Soldier, and it's really
Yeah.
cool!
And doesn't
I'd like to also-
the card open like a door? It's very cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'd like to also mention that Yugi did not know this card was in his deck at
Yeah,
No, he
young
didn't.
Yugi's like, what's that?
Yeah. Here's the thing. Yeah.
What?
I guess
Huh?
Yami Yugi was the one who put together the decks, and little Yugi was just not paying attention, thinking about Pokemon.
He's got the game sense high ground.
Yeah.
Listen, Yugi, whenever you sleep, I'm awake, and I'm always thinking of how to get a better deck.
Yeah, I guess so.
All I think about is card games. I don't have any other hobbies.
Do you think that little Yugi tries to have other hobbies, but then big Yugi is just no, we gotta focus on Duel Monsters.
Yeah, Yugi tried soccer one time and knocked out a child because
You don't understand, Yami Yugi. I want to catch them all like it says on the front of the box. Why do that when you could buy more cards?
I keep trying to tell all my friends about this cool game Pokemon, but whenever I do, only static comes out of my mouth, and they can't understand what I'm saying.
Oh no,
That's why I can't be friends
that's
with
why.
Yugi.
Yeah, your misophonia is gonna
Yeah.
be too much.
Jeez.
man.
I'm glad you get me.
So, Blackluster Soldier destroys Harpy's pet dragon, and Mai realizes she can't win.
Yeah.
It's too powerful. This is a very powerful card, and she has nothing that can defeat it anymore.
So she places her hand solemnly on her deck and draws her feral imp and waves it in surrender, like a little white flag.
She summons Feral Imp in surrender position.
In I give up position.
It's just Feral Imp holding a white flag.
Just holding a white flag in one hand and shrugging with the other. It's like, oh.
Yeah. She summoned it in I'm going home and taking a long bath and using a face mask tonight position.
Yeah. Here's the thing, she lost with dignity and grace.
Absolutely.
Although she did get a little cocky near the end.
A little bit.
But she did still win with honor, grace, dignity, and friendship by her side.
Yeah, and then they have this nice moment where they talk about how they're gonna face each other again someday.
Yeah, and Yugi thanks her.
Yeah.
For helping
so
him snap
sweet.
out of his funk.
You cured my depression. Thank you.
Let's go shopping, Yugi.
Of course. As you know, I love retail therapy. Could I convince you to buy more cards?
Hey.
Hey.
Apparently, we were talking earlier about the fact that the Shadow of Eyes card apparently only works on men. Apparently, there's a sequence in the original, a small sequence where Taya gets mad about that.
Good.
I'm like, yeah.
Why did we take that out?
Why did we take that out? It's weird.
Why did we take that out? You know what? You should take out that bit when you edit this episode.
I think we have to keep it now. Yugi is one step closer to saving Grandpa.
Yeah. There's also a shots that are of Mai looking triumphant that are cut out for some reason.
But she is triumphant. In her heart, she is triumphant.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. We missed a crucial detail, is that when Yugi turned things around and summoned the, what was his name? Blackluster Soldier?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pegasus was shook.
Yeah, Pegasus was shook a
He was
little
like,
bit, yeah.
He was like, what is this power?
Mm-hmm.
I almost emulated the 4Kids voice instead of my funny Garfield the Deals Warlock version. What is this power? Oh my goodness!
To be honest, I only really think of Pegasus when in your voice.
Honestly,
sometimes I slip up thinking about the actual voice of Pegasus, and then it's all downhill from there.
We'll get him on the show one day, don't worry. Then we'll all have to be Pegasus for a day. Mm.
Okay.
Hi.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And Mai and Yugi have a sort of emotional conversation after Mai surrenders about how where Yugi thanks Mai for helping him like get back into shape and I don't know. It was really emotional and made me cry at the time, but I don't remember any of it right now. I just remember that Yugi and Mai exchanged thumbs up.
It was a good, sincere moment where they were both honest with each other.
Yeah, it was a good, sincere moment. Basically just being like, hey, like, we are still genuine friends. We both really respect each other. And,
See you on the next duel.
Yeah, basically.
There was no ill will between them, and that was good.
Yeah.
That was the episode.
That was the episode.
There is something that we glossed over that I think we should talk about.
Okay.
And that is Mai's character arc at the beginning of the duel. She talks about how Yugi and her friends have taught her about friendship.
Yeah.
And, she blatantly states that, hey, I used to think that winning duels was about being number one and being about me and being the best. And she's like, but Yugi and his friends taught me, like, it's okay to have friends outside of the battlefield. And it's okay to open up to people.
Yeah.
And she admitted that to herself, but just hearing her think it was like, you felt her, that she's come a long way.
Yeah.
And it was very, very cool to hear.
Yeah. I mean, I've talked about it before where I think that, like, Mai definitely has, like, the most solid character arc of the show, at least so far. And she's also, I think, probably my favorite character in the show, like, hands down.
Oh yeah,
she is, I think, the most fully realized character.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's gotten the most done.
Mm-hmm.
She's grown the most. She's my favorite.
Yeah, she's great. I love her very much. She's good.
Oh, wait, hang on real quick. Card Corner, Blackluster Soldier. He was pretty cool. Okay, Shadow's Realm.
Cool, yeah, I was just gonna ignore this episode and say
Yeah.
we had enough content.
Yeah.
He was cool, and he glowed a lot, and he had a big sword, and he did a big slice, and it was cool, and it was fun, and I'm glad he did it. And
We'll
it was
talk
cool.
about him again.
Yeah.
Sure.
fine.
Bye.
Bye. We have count 'em, two new iTunes reviews.
I want to talk about Goblin Crimes Review. Hi, Emmy. How are you? You're perfect. The review is titled, I Haven't Slept in 24 Hours. And Emmy says, I've been meaning to start listening to this podcast for about a month. And when I picked it up yesterday, I genuinely couldn't stop listening until I was caught up. The good vibes and pure friendship that emanates from both hosts and the show itself are honestly quite addicting. Their dissections of each episode really helped me enjoy the show in a way I didn't know how to back when I was 10. And I can confidently say, I'm really digging Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot more than I thought I ever would. I guarantee you will love this podcast even if you aren't a fan of the show.
Aww.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Goblin Crimes.
Yeah, keep doing those crimes.
Yeah, I mean, I hope you're getting good sleep, but
Yeah, please
Yeah,
take
please
care.
sleep.
please sleep.
Please make sure you save some time in your day to do some crimes.
Yeah.
Of the goblin variety.
Yeah.
You need to sleep so you have enough energy to cause crime.
Yeah, absolutely. Stealing cookies from jars, overthrowing the government, you know.
Destroying the patriarchy.
Overthrowing the cookie jars.
Yeah.
Destroying the patriarchy that owns the cookie jars. Destroying the patriarchy that owns the government.
Destroying the government that owns the cookie jars. Destroying the cookie jars that owns the cookies. Destroying the cookie jars that owns the government and the cookies and the patriarchy and the cookies.
seizing the means of the making of the cookie jars.
And-
Exactly.
Yes. I'd like to talk about a second review.
Do it.
Do it. Coward, you won't.
Pillagix. I hope I said that right.
We'll say it again because I yelled over it.
The Hillagix, there's a lot of I's and L's, but let's hope I said that right, says, the real power of teamwork. And so this is the title. It gave us a 5-star review and says, Deck of Friendship has everything. Children's card games, nerdy discussion, hilarious co-hosts, critical readings, gay subtext, seizing the means of production. I can't think of any other podcast that has all those things. If someone does, let me know. Otherwise, I'll keep listening to this. By the way, I'm still waiting for those video cassettes. I should have read this before.
Ray.
So, okay, but genuinely, thank you.
Thank you so
much for your review.
Thank you.
As for those video cassettes, I don't think no one has come at us.
No one's given me a way to contact them.
Yeah. If you, I still have no idea how you prove without giving sensitive information that you made an iTunes review for us. But if you did and you would like a VHS tape sent to you in the mail of Ray doing whatever he does, you can send us an email with the proof of the review, and our email is at deckofriendshippod@gmail.com, and send any confirmations there, and we'll get back to you on getting you a VHS tape. Marble's opening another card pack, it seems. So yeah, with that, I think our hand has been played. Thank you so much for listening to Deck of Friendship. If you enjoyed the show, it would be really cool to leave us a rating on the show. Also, just sharing the show with a friend, someone who's into Yu-Gi-Oh!, who's not into Yu-Gi-Oh!, who's into any of the potential shows that we might cover.
Someone who hates Yu-Gi-Oh!
Someone who hates Yu-Gi-Oh!, maybe we can convince them that it's actually good.
Somebody who hates friendship.
Yeah.
We have to fix them like Yugi team fixed Mai.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Let us be part of your character arc.
That's sweet.
Oh, that's so sweet.
If you want to reach out to us, you can find us on Twitter at FriendshipDeck, or, again, go to our email at deckofriendshippod@gmail.com. Our turn is over. It's your move.
So I got a trap card called Really Eternal Rest, which I can only imagine is the sequel to Eternal Rest.
Right.
It's really Internal Rest this time.
Yeah, this is the real one. The other one, we weren't serious.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
now,
we were just
we got your number.
We were just joking
I'll be
around.
deadly serious next time.